Now on BBC One, Danny Baker conjures up another TV hero.
The thing with magicians is, they're not magic. They do tricks, and half their skill is making us forget that. So when today we're asked to gasp while the Great Wall of China or Alcatraz prison gets disappeared, that's not magic. That's a stunt, like American wrestling or monster truck racing. No, magic is illusion. It is craft plus credibility. It must literally charm. Tonight's TV hero is David Nixon.
Ready? Steady? Go!
Most of the tricks you'll see on this programme will not be too spectacular. Your socks will remain firmly on your feet. That said, I find most of them more intriguing than making the Hook of Holland hover to the strains of Bohemian Rhapsody.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a little bedtime story for you. Once upon a time, there were two men, and one was called Mr. Smith and one was called Mr. Wilson. And Mr. Smith was all strung up about something, and he'd kept Mr. Wilson hanging around for a whole week, and it was imperative that they should string along together. And although they met several times, they were never quite able to tie the knot. It was a very ropey situation. And then suddenly they both thought, I wonder if I'm asking too much. Perhaps we ought to meet each other halfway. And so they did.
David Nixon was amongst the very earliest of British TV stars. His doubtless talent was tempered by that typical TV pioneer humility. Forget ingratiating showbiz humbug. These people really did believe they were guests in your homes.
The idea is to try and pull the handkerchief through your wrist without undoing the knot and without actually severing the hand from the body, you see. Now, are you ready? Ready? That's it. That's all there is to it. Now, if you're terribly careful and you put a little fluence on, you can take a piece of paper away as well. I know what you're thinking. So just to show you that there isn't, I'm going to... That's the first time you've seen anything floating in water and hanging in the air at the same time.
So abashed was he at TV's attention that come applause time, his reactions were pure Joyce Grenfell.
Oh, it's nothing.
In those days, David Nixon was under no illusion that the true magic for his audience was still in the notion of receiving TV pictures at all. So he sometimes abandoned sleight of hand altogether and made the medium itself his box of tricks. Nice. Such gracious offerings made him into an enormous star in an age when things were expected of stars. Lots of things.
I'm in clover, I'm glad all over. I want the showers to rain.
Chico Marx on piano, David Nixon on bass, and Esther Ranson there on saxophone. By the 60s, the public had shook off any sense of wonder about TV. Britain was becoming hip, and with it, words usually linked with David Nixon as much as rugged or comb. He met the new age with a new vigour.
I'm going to hold the ace and turn them slowly. Now, nothing's changed. I'm holding it as a marker all the time. There's the ace. You see, now, if I take the ace away like this, I'm going to put it on the table. So say to yourself, ace on the table, 3 on the chair.
Ace on the table.
Ace on the table, 3 on the chair. Now, there's the ace. See, ace on the table, 3 on the chair. All right? Now, there's the ace and the 3 on the chair.
Turn it in.
What?
I blimped, I saw.
What?
There's one of them, quick.
What do you mean?
You've switched it, it's over there.
No, I told you, look, the 3 on the chair and the ace on the table.
Was there no trick this nonchalant giant could not pull off? Well, yes, there was one. The gags.
Mr. Wilson certainly had a go with that axe yesterday, didn't he? How about that for a chopping list? Frightening, isn't it? Space at Alexander Palace was so restricted, it's amazing. I used to have to do all my card tricks with 51 cards instead of a full pack. It was awfully difficult. Actually, I think... And thank you for not mentioning my bald head, because everybody does, you know. They all go on about it. And I don't mind being bald. I mean, if you can't hide it, paint it red. Well, in a manner of speaking.
I don't know why, but magicians are a notoriously bald breed. Perhaps to deflect from this, David Nixon was expert in choosing sidekicks. In the 1960s, he unearthed a stooge soon to be his TV equal.
You want them short?
Yes, nice and short.
I see.
You're making more cuts than Mr. Wilson.
Right, I've done it, Basil.
Now, put the knot in your mouth.
In your mouth?
Yes, yes.
All right, get hold of it. Got it?
Yes.
Right. All right, got it?
Yes.
What are you doing? What?
I'm doing the trick. There we are.
He's done it. How do you do it?
And in the 1970s, he briefly teamed up again with the original partner from his variety days.
Look, let's try it again. Take a card. Oh. Have you got one?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes!
Don't show it to me.
Well, why not?
Because you're not supposed to see it.
Then you can take a carrot. Oh,
Now again, take a card. Have you got one?
Of course I've got one.
All right, put it back in the pack. And that is your card.
Is it? Well, I didn't have a look at it, did I?
Well, you're supposed to have a look at it. All right, let's do it again. Now, take a card. Got one?
Yeah, Jack of clubs.
In 1978, outrageously early, David Nixon succumbed to lung cancer. He missed by just a few years the younger sect within the magic circle, totally shaking off the self-consciousness and moving into gargantuan Las Vegas Gothic, full-blown grandioso rock and roll. And that seems to be the way it's heading. Elsewhere, you can trust the magicians, but close up, who trusts TV? So, in order to be reborn on the box, maybe magic must perform a very brave trick indeed and first make itself disappear. Good night.
Magic moments, I was on the telly. Magic moments, felt like Barbara Kelly. For you and I had just begun those magic moments filled with fun.